Hi everybody, this is an RnY. Um, yesterday, Wednesday, would have made week 22. Um, my starting weight was 268. My current weight is 180. And my surgery weight was 247. So, I've lost 88 pounds. Since December. So 10 months. I've lost 88 pounds in 10 months. And I've lost 68 since my surgery. So the last couple of weeks have been kind of interesting. I went on a visit to my parents, and there was a lot of eating out and that sort of thing. First night we went to Arby's, and I had just roast beef, no bread, and then I had my protein shakes, and and then the next day we went to my favoriteest place in Nebraska. Scottsbluff has a Scotty's, and it is amazing. So I had a Tasty Tavern with no bread, with no bun, and they brought it to me in a bowl, and it had ketchup and mustard and pickles on it, and I ate that. And then I had a couple of chicken wings for supper that night, and then I had my shake the next morning. I had a couple of French fries with my daughter while we were having coffee with some friends of mine, and then we went to my mom's, and we had supper there, and I had a pile of potato salad about like this, and a chunk, about like this by about like that, of beef brisket. And I cut it up in really, really small pieces, and I chewed it good, and it went down and it stayed. And I tried, there's these Mexican chips. They're a lot like a pork rind, but they're different in the fact that they're not protein based like a pork rind is. They're carbohydrate. All they are is carbohydrate. And I had 2 of those, and it went down okay. It reminded me of a pork rind. It wasn't bad. I was kind of scared to eat them at first, but I tried it. It wasn't so bad. And then we come home, So that was kind of interesting. I lost 5 pounds. I lost about 5 pounds during that week that we were gone, or 3-4 days we were gone was all. But I lost like 5 pounds. The scale's been bouncing a little bit. One morning I'll weigh. I typically weigh myself every morning just to see what happens, just to see what my patterns are. And I could gain 3 pounds in a 24-hour period, which is what I'd done before I ever had my surgery. But I only really keep track of how much I weigh from one Tuesday to another. And if there's no weight loss, then I'm not worried about it, because I know that I'm losing it in my inches. Biggest change, there's my collarbones. It's more visible. My pant sizes went from an extra large down to a large. I fit into a large now. My shirt sizes went from an extra large, I'm down to a medium, and even a small in some cases. So it's been going okay. The biggest place I've lost inches has been in my stomach. I don't have my measurements handy, but I did do them this month. And I think I'm down 3 inches in my stomach. And I'm noticing that my skin is starting to hang more on my legs. So, but I go and see the doctor for my 6-month checkup on November 7th at 11 o'clock in the morning. I go in and for my 6-month checkup, I meet with the surgeon, the surgeon's PA, and the dietitian. So, and I need to be 175 pounds by the time I go in to see her. So I only got 5 more pounds to lose. And it'll be gone. It'll be okay. So, other than that, food. I'm tired, I'm sorry. As far as food goes, my fat brain's at it again. So I bought Chelsea a box of zebra cake snack cakes. And they were a little ho-hos, and they're about like this big. And about that big around. And I'm like, I flipped it over and looked at it, and I'm like, 16 grams of sugar and 40 grams of carbohydrates. One won't kill me. Yeah. I wished like hell I was dead after I ate it. And I don't think I'll do it again. And I wanted chocolate milk really bad. And sugar-free chocolate just doesn't mix with milk as well as regular chocolate does. I told my daughter, I said, just put regular chocolate in there. She mixed it up. She said, all right, Mom. You know how this is going to turn out. And she brought me this chocolate milk. I said, just shut up and give me my goddamn chocolate milk and let me drink it. Drank my chocolate milk and I was sick. She was right. I was sick. So I'm trying to learn boundaries. What works good and what don't. And this week I had a lesson in sugar. As far as protein shakes go, yes, I still do them. Even 5 months out, I still have at least one protein shake a day. I did discover that I don't like plain vanilla protein shakes by themselves. I don't like that. Like the ready-made vanilla protein shakes. So I started experimenting with coffee and vanilla protein shake. So I would do 1 cup of cold coffee and 1 cup of cold coffee and then a full protein shake with a little bit of ice. And I'd put that in the blender and I would make like a Starbucks frozen frappuccino. And sometimes I'll put like a little bit of caramel sugar-free syrup in it. And it comes out as a vanilla caramel frappuccino. Because it's cold iced coffee. So, but, and it tastes just like Starbucks. So I've been kind of experimenting with that, and that's going a whole lot better. My daughter discovered bubble tea while we were gone. And unfortunately, the place that did carry bubble tea here in the town that I live in North Dakota doesn't it doesn't carry it anymore. Because the lady said she's supposed to be like a health coffee shop, a health minded coffee shop, and she said that bubble tea has 800 calories per drink in it, and she couldn't sell that to her customers knowing that it had that high of a calorie count. So I'm like, thank God that was only a one-time thing, because my kid don't need 800 calories off of something to drink. But I'm gonna try to make a roast beef tomorrow and see how that goes. Tomorrow night we're gonna have roast beef for supper. I'm gonna give it a try and see how it goes. I think that's about all I have for you. I will come at you here the next week or two. We had book club tonight at the library, and I was sitting there waiting for people to come in, and I'm kind of reading over my book or whatever, and these two ladies come in, and one of them said that until I turned and looked at her, she didn't realize who I was. She didn't recognize me. And the other lady comes around, she says, I've been following you on Facebook. I gotta see if this is for real. Do I look like I'm photoshopped? She was just dumbfounded that I had lost that much weight. She had seen me. It had been like 3 months since she had seen me. So she was kind of dumbfounded that I looked so much different. But I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I made the right choice. So I think that's all I got. Have a good one.